Hello, Dr. Sugar. This is Caiden Gledhill for my EGR 550 final project submission, fall 2021. I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I have opened my final project folder. I'm basing it off of Lab 5, doing potentiometer input for velocity control of a motor. Okay, I've opened it. I'm going to initialize. All right, and then I'm going to open up my Simulink model. Okay, just to show a couple things off the bat, we hit GUI here. We're going to change to plot data, and that's going to use the same plot data file that we had for Lab 5, and I'm going to establish the connection, so that's ready to go. In the main here, on the inputs block, I changed this gain right here. This is for the potentiometer analog to digital conversion here. This gain that was already given here changes the analog output to a voltage. We can use a voltage of 3.3 volts, and then the gain I used is essentially stating that at a max voltage of 3.3 volts, the motor should spin, or at least the command from the potentiometer would be 83.3 revs per second, similar to the step input value that we used for Lab 5. Obviously, it's not going to spin at 83.3 revs per second because we're not going to be giving max voltage because the potentiometer is not turned all the way. But anyway, this pot command, if we go back out, is essentially being output as this tag here, and that pot command tag is right here. I switched the velocity reference selection to point to pot command, and then I adjusted these gains, the P&I gains for the velocity controls. So I hope you'll be able to see a decently clean waveform when I pull up the data. So I think that's everything that I changed in the model and how I prepared the model to function properly. So I'm going to do Control B. Wait for the model to build. I'm going to flash the compiled hex file. I like to watch it on the command window and have the pip GUI ready so I can begin plotting as soon as it finishes flashing, although it does take a second. All right, we're going to begin plotting now that the flash succeeded. And at about 10 seconds, we should see a nice ramp and a fairly clean waveform there. We zoom in. There is some overshoot, but it is pretty close to the desired velocity, which we can see is somewhere around 57 revs per second based on the setting of the potentiometer. So that is my final project. Hopefully that's everything you wanted to see, and obviously I'll submit the write-up as well. Thank you very much.